Alex Pereira details the improvements he's made in training for UFC 307 title clash. Speaking via the first episode of the UFC 307 embedded series, Pereira and his long-term coach Glover Teixeira would explain how training for Rountree has resulted in a more confident and dangerous Poten. A scary thought, considering how the Brazilian is already one of the most dangerous athletes in the entire world. We've already done the work, and today we're just moving around, getting the body active and cutting weight, but there's not much to do. Let's just keep the eyes alert. The body, the soul, the spirit is great. Be ready for war. I told everybody that he was going to be a champion within a year. Teixeira said, I knew. The way he is and the way he works is incredible. I mean, it's a blessing for me to work with Alex and see his success. He deserves it all. Pereira himself would acknowledge that even after 13 fights in professional MMA career and countless years at the highest levels of kickboxing, they're still finding ways to improve his overall skill set. This camp, I've made significant strides in my overall progress and my preparation. Like I said to Glover, now I understand this game. And he replied, I can see that. So it seems like something has clicked, stated Alex, who enters this weekend on the back of a 4-fight winning streak, the last 3 of which have ended via vicious knockout. I feel very confident and great. We are doing everything right. I'm so glad with the things we've planned. To come here with the team 3 weeks before, everything's perfect. It's an important fight with a well-rounded fighter who has been knocking people out. Our styles match, me and Khalil, but it's MMA and anything can happen. Ariel Helwani recently dropped a bombshell, revealing a hidden truth about UFC judging and the overall ranking system. These are the kinds of details that have been kept under wraps for years, and fans are finally getting a glimpse into what really goes on behind the scenes. For years, MMA fans have been going back and forth, arguing and debating over the pound for pound and regular rankings. It's been a hot topic in the community, with everyone weighing in on who deserves to be at the top. Most fans just assumed it was the journalists behind the scenes making those calls, deciding which fighters get to climb the ranks. But now, with Helwani dropping this bombshell, everything we thought we knew could be flipped on its head. Following Renato Moicano's win over BSD this past Saturday, Moicano had high hopes of climbing up the rankings, but today it was revealed he didn't move up, leaving him disappointed. He expressed his frustration on Twitter, saying, "That's the first time I see somebody destroy their opponent and don't get up on the rankings. I guess MMA journalists love Macron too." To which Ariel Helwani responded with, "Forget the rankings, Renato. Pretty sure they are run by bots. And the 8th ranked light heavyweight is fighting for the belt on Saturday. They mean nothing. You're the uncrowned people's champ." Helwani's response is a bombshell. For a long time, MMA community was blaming the journalists for meaningless rankings. Even Dana White has said plenty of times that the journalists have no idea what they're doing. Now Ariel reveals the rankings are not even being controlled by the experts we thought were in charge. If bots or algorithms are deciding these rankings instead of actual professionals, it completely undercuts their legitimacy. This is a huge deal because it raises questions about the transparency and fairness of the system that directly impacts fighters' careers, matchups, and even title shots. Helwani's words suggest that the rankings are just a facade run by bots. Renato Moicano plans to prove he's the best UFC lightweight even if Khabib comes back. While appearing on ESPN's UFC Fight Night post show in Paris, Moicano reflected on his victory and looked ahead to what could lie ahead of him at 155 pounds. The confident Brazilian reiterated his belief that his recent improvements have given him superiority over the entire division, and with his motivations branching beyond just a planned championship crowning, Moicano says he can't be stopped. "I was expecting a complete beatdown like I did. I don't want to sound too cocky, but I have been training for that." Moicano said, "You guys be ready. Money Moicano is coming for the gold. Right now, I am the best 155-pounder in the division. I just have to prove it. I cannot afford to lose. I have a house to pay, and I want to see my kid grow in a great backyard with a pool." Moicano continued, "Until the house is paid, until my debt is paid, I cannot afford to lose. It doesn't matter. Even if Khabib will come back, I will beat Khabib." It remains to be seen what will come next for Moicano, who hasn't been rewarded with the kind of rank rise he expected as a result of his recent win. Despite remaining at number 11 in the pecking order though, the Brazilian believes he's done enough to earn a potential title eliminator when he returns to action. Brendan Allen says he fought like shit at UFC Paris, but still thinks he'll be champion one day. It wasn't my night tonight. Allen shared on Instagram, made bad decisions, bad adjustments. I did something wrong and hats off to Imavov. It was his night, it wasn't mine. It sucks. I'm disappointed in myself, but luckily I'm young. I'll be back. Try to be better. Thanks to everyone for the support. Thanks for the love. I still think I'll be champion one day, but just another long journey to the top again. In a separate post, Allen once again placed the blame on himself for a bad night at the office while revealing his potential timeline for a return to action. A game of ups and downs and shoulda woulda couldas. Allen said, fought like shit and lost a close decision to a top 5 guy in his home. I will be back even better next March or April. Alex Pereira wants to play a major role in Dana White's move into boxing. Earlier this month, Dana White discussed his intention to break into professional boxing. While the promoter reps the likes of Callum Walsh, there's still much unknown about the UFC CEO's plans. Well, it seems that Alex Pereira believes he could play a massive role in White's push into the sport. Honestly, man, I feel very good about this partnership. Alex stated in the interview through his translator when asked about Dana White's push into boxing. I like boxing. I've wanted to fight in boxing for a while. I'm actually going to release in the next few days video footage of me sparring the best heavyweight boxer in Brazil. It's a few years ago, the video, and I've gotten much better in the game. He continued, Dana White made the announcement, and to be honest, nothing was spoken of between us and the organization, but I feel the partnership will start with me. Alex Pereira promises incredible potential in boxing, building on his already impressive MMA career. Known for his striking power and technical skills, Pereira has the attributes that could make him a formidable force in the boxing ring. His background as a kickboxer has equipped him with exceptional striking ability, footwork, and timing, elements that are crucial in boxing. What makes Pereira particularly exciting is his ability to adapt and learn. Since transitioning from MMA to boxing, he has demonstrated a commitment to honing his skills and mastering the nuances of the sport. His experience in high-pressure situations, having fought for titles in both MMA and kickboxing, gives him an edge when facing elite opponents. Moreover, Pereira's knockout power cannot be overstated. He has a history of finishing fights decisively, which would translate well to boxing, where a single punch can change the course of a match. His striking accuracy and aggression make him a dangerous opponent, capable of taking on top-tier boxers. Fans are eager to see how Pereira's style and skill set will translate to boxing, especially given the attention he's garnered from both MMA and boxing communities. If he continues to develop and adapt his game, there's no telling how far he could go in the boxing world. With the right matchups and training, Alex Pereira has the potential to become a significant player in the boxing scene, captivating fans with his electrifying performances.